Hi, and the police officers, a lot of them have been walking away from the medical examiner's office in the last couple of minutes. They had been waiting outside the ME's office for the bodies to be brought inside. They were there, of course, with the family. Now, the fallen officers of Edward Marmolejo and Conrad Gary, their bodies were brought into the ME's office a short while ago. The ambulances carrying their bodies were escorted here, of course, by dozens and dozens of officers in a blue light procession. Officers lined the processional route and got out of their cars to salute and pay tribute to their fallen colleagues. 37-year-old Marmolejo has been on the job for 2.5 years. He's married and leaves behind a wife and 3 young children. Many of his family members are here right now at the ME's office. They have been here since last night and are being comforted by the Chicago Police Department chaplain. Conrad Gary has been on the job for just 18 months. He's married and leaves behind a newborn baby. Both officers work out of the 5th District, also known as the Calumet District, on 111th Street. They lived on the South Side neighborhoods where they were sworn to serve and protect. Now, shortly after learning of the young officers' deaths, the city's top cop and mayor weighed in.
I'm asking all of you, Chicago, to pray for the families of these 2 heroic young men, and please say a prayer for the men and women of the 5th District, who even tonight will still stop at nothing to safeguard their community.
You have 2 young officers, young families. There's a loss of life, sense of grief. Not one usually for a loss of words, but I think you can understand the idea. Trying to express the immense sense of devastation. The Chicago Police Department.
Back live now, you can see some of the members of the Chicago Fire Department. They are folding up the flag that had spanned Harrison Street here at Levitt. Of course, it was spanning the roadway as the 2 ambulances carrying the bodies of the fallen officers drove underneath it. Right now, you can see many of the officers that are driving away from the area since the bodies have been taken in here by the medical examiner. Now, squad cars had literally lined Harrison for as many as 4 blocks all the way here from Levitt to Ashland. That procession was led by Commander Joel Howard. He had been promoted to commander of the 5th District back in August. And of course, all of a sudden, that's been a district that has been beset by so many tragedies. They've had a couple of officer suicides, and now they've lost 2 of their young officers in Officer Marmolejo and Officer Conrad Gary. So a very, very sad day indeed, and the somber moments continue here right now as the family remains inside the medical examiner's office that you see behind me here on Harrison Street. Reporting live, Mike Puccinelli, CBS 2 News. Aaron, Marissa?
All right, Mike, we'll check back with you in a bit. Thank you. And the accident happened here at 103rd and Cottage Grove. A line of trees lines an embankment near the train tracks. It is unclear if the suspect ran onto the tracks or how the officers ended up in the path of the oncoming train. CBS 2's Roseanne Tejas live there at the scene where the investigation went well into the morning. Hi, Roseanne.
Yes, it did, Marissa. In fact, the train that struck the 2 officers was moved from the tracks just before 5 this morning, and shortly after, the ambulances carrying the bodies of those officers began the procession through the city. And as you saw, police officers throughout the department saluting and paying tribute to those officers this morning. So what exactly happened? As you say, there are many questions, but the officers were responding to a call of shots fired in the area of 101st and Dauphine, and that's when the police superintendent says they were so focused on the job at hand, they may not have realized the danger on the tracks. The South Shore train had been traveling up to 60 to 70 miles per hour when it came to a screeching halt. Passengers describe a scraping sound, and they say the conductor raced through the aisles, telling them there was an emergency, appearing visibly shaken. Police say the officers were investigating that call of shots fired when they were struck by the passing train.
Doing the most dangerous thing any police officer can do, and that is to chase an individual with a gun. These brave young men were consumed with identifying a potential threat to their community and put the safety of others above their own.
and the person they were chasing was taken into custody and a weapon was recovered. It was really just a very long night for passengers. Many of them were on the train until 9 p.m. not knowing what exactly was happening. They're finding out or found out last night when they got off, and also an excruciating night for police officers as they say goodbye to their fallen comrades Eduardo Marmolejo and Conrad Gary. Live in Rosemore, Roseanne Taya, CBS 2 News. Back to you, Erin, Marissa.
All right, Roseanne, thank you. And a colleague of ours here at CBS 2, John Dodge, was actually on the train heading home. He said when first responders got on the train, they interviewed every single person. He took this video as passengers were transported from the train onto buses.
As we got off the train, it was a very somber scene. There were police officers and firefighters lining the stairway as we exited the train station down to the buses.
Stay with CBS 2 for live updates on the investigation into the 2 Chicago police officers killed by a South Shore train, and head to our website, cbschicago.com.